Morning everyone. Do you recognize me with my white hair? I'm afraid our secrets are out now, ladies. I want to share some of my testimony with you. I was born again in a Salvation Army Sunday school when I was 9 years old. I rededicated my life to the Lord at 13. I don't know what it is to be without the Lord. I had godly parents and godly grandparents on both sides. I didn't appreciate my salvation for many years. I would hear testimonies like Steve and Andrew's, and I would think that my testimony was very ordinary. But one day God showed me that He had put a fence around me and kept me from many things that I would have regretted. Psalm 16:6 says, He sees that I am given pleasant brooks and meadows as my share. What a wonderful inheritance. I was given a prophecy a few years ago that my life has been in the palm of God's hand. The song that sums up my life is, all my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I was happily married to Gareth for 48 years, had 2 precious children, a son and daughter-in-law that could have been hand-picked, and 6 lovely grandchildren, so God has richly blessed me. The last 6 months, God has been doing something new in my life. He's given me a passion to see the Holy Spirit moving again in Wales, and a deeper love for Himself, His Word and prayer. In February, I had a word through Ivan that God wanted to take me to a higher level of intercession. Tears have never been very far from me, but now God will bring a person or a situation to me and I will just weep rivers. Sue and I have always said that we have shares in Kleenex. Well, my shares have definitely gone up. Like us all, I've had many questions about this coronavirus. 14 million people have died worldwide, each one representing a grieving family. People dying in fear without a loved one to hold their hand, mass graves in Florida and Brazil, families in lockdown, not being able to see each other, doctors and nurses having to work in stifling, protective clothing, important operations being delayed, schools and churches closed, important exams cancelled, businesses having to give up, many out of work, and the country in huge debt. All of the news bulletins were concentrating on this virus. Hairdressers and beauticians closed. This is why we're all white and not as beautiful as we normally are. You couldn't make it up, could you? In the back of my mind, but not willing to acknowledge it, I was thinking, Father, can you see all this? You could stop it today if you wanted to. Like the disciples in the storm, it was as if I was saying, Lord, don't you care that we perish? I'm ashamed to confess it, but that's how I felt. One morning during my daily reading, the Lord took me to Lamentations chapter 3, verses 32 and 33. Though He brings grief, He will show compassion. So great is His unfailing love, for He does not willingly bring affliction or grief to the children of men. God effectively silenced my questions as He did with Job, and thankfully there is hope now that a vaccine is on the way. I can honestly say that I have a closer walk with the Lord than I've ever had before. Greater joy in worship and a greater appreciation for what Jesus suffered on Calvary for me. Missing you all very much and looking forward to being with you again. God bless.